What nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for the Ichinose family's Deadly Sins chapter 48. But before I get into this final live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, and we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. Considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little Bubba Kitty, who's passed out at the moment, and this operation alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, and live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So, okay, for final live reactions, this is how it works. We're not going to do a recap. We're just going to go straight into the chapter. And then after we're finished with the chapter, give our thoughts on the ending, the series as a whole, and how we'll even compare it to Takapi's Original Sins, because we did cover the whole series on this channel, and there is a playlist for it. Anyways, let's get to this final chapter and see how this series is going to end. Waking up in a hospital. Tsubasa, thank goodness you're awake. Hurry and call for the nurse. Waking up in a hospital surrounded by a worried family. It felt like something out of a drama, like this was happening to someone else. Tsubasa, don't tell me. And this chapter is titled The Ichinose Family's Deadly Sins. After all, you lost your memory. Ha, gotcha, amnesia jokes, right? So we really got into another accident? We're even in the same hospital room. For a second there, I thought that the dream had actually restarted. It really had me going. You all remember everything too, right? After all, it goes without saying, amnesia doesn't happen so easily. Huh? Shiori? What's up? Look, I said I was sorry, but unlike in the dream, everyone's okay. That's a good thing. I don't know about that. Where's Grandpa? We didn't see him at the end of last chapter. And do we see him here? No. No, Kozo isn't here either. Yeah, Kozo's gotta be dead. Maybe. But if things were going to be this way, maybe it would have been better if we'd forgotten everything. Huh? Why is everyone so down? Listen, that trip was pretty fun, right? Sure. I mean, there was the accident, but we got to see those monkeys. They were so cute. Monkeys? Accident? The cost to have the rental car repaired are totally outrageous. We should have cheaped out on the oh my god. We shouldn't have cheaped out on the insurance. If only someone hadn't crashed the car in the first place. Hey, Tsubasa, you know, even though I was doing you all a favor by driving you home, everyone here seems to feel the need to criticize me about it. Don't you think it's pretty childish? To me, don't you think it's pretty childish to be talking about monkeys right now? And if it's not monkeys, it's dogs. Knock it off, Mom. The accident wasn't anybody's fault. Listen, Shiori, you can only say that because you're not the one who has to figure out how to pay for it. But both of you, why don't we just... Don't even start. This only happened because you let our car go. Yeah, and you let your license expire. You know So sucks at driving. Wait, Shiori? I suck at driving? Oh, there's Kozo. How is he alive? Well, I mean, you did get us into 2 accidents. Come on. What's gone into all of you? We were doing so well on that trip. Let's keep trying to get along like that. Tsubasa, you're always trying to smooth things over. Just saying a bunch of nice-sounding stuff doesn't make things better. I'm still not okay with all that dream nonsense. Everyone, can we try having this conversation later? I'd love to go to Katazawa next time. Fine, you want to do things like this? You all are only ever thinking of yourselves, while I'm the one who's always thinking about the family. But you all take that and... Oh, they end up... There's the fighting. There's the depression. Nothing's changed. Whether we wake up from the dream or get into an accident, we never change. We can't just conveniently forget things. But... Tsubasa... Ooh, if you're reading this, forget it. Talking like that's too stuffy. I take it the dream's already ended. Huh? This letter. This letter is something I asked Sachi to give to everyone when it was all over. Knowing her, she understands now is the right time. Tsubasa, you have a tendency to be overly concerned about familial bonds, but as I write this, that's not even a consideration. I'm sure we'll be frigid with each other for the foreseeable future. You might think this was all my fault, but Soda going into research was the right choice for a man of his abilities. Besides, all the relationships in our family turning sour was just the natural consequence of us being together. It was a matter of environment. But there is one thing I regret. That we never went on a family trip. Also, I love the border for these panels. It is fabulous. That's all, but I went with Mom and Dad when I was in 4th grade. Don't that's all me. And the 7 of us is what I meant. There were plenty of trips, but Shiori would get sick and not be able to come, or Kakeru and I couldn't make it. I wanted to make memories with everyone, all 7 of us together. Going forward, you might all try to go your separate ways. There it is. There's the cognitive decline in the early stages of dementia right there. Yeah. Or stay bogged down together, but whenever you start hating these unbreakable family ties, it made me happy if you went on a trip to remember. Grandpa! Really? Are you seriously calling what you just put us through a trip? Dude, so it was Grandpa that started the dream. And I understand, based on what he's saying, is that that he at least wanted to go on a trip that he could remember, prior to his dementia. That's what he wanted, and he never got it. And going into the dream world was the only way to really have that bonding. But he is right. No matter what you do, yeah, there's always going to be fighting within this family. That's just how it is. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. It does remind me of my mom's side of the family. Because my mom's side of the family is like I should say my grandpa, my late maternal grandpa, he passed away from blood cancer ages ago. But he was so freaking stubborn, and he caused a lot of shit. I mean, he was a very staunch conservative Jew. So, I want to say, even close to borderline Orthodox. He was really, really conservative, and to the point where he didn't want his children to, marry non-Jews. Well, my uncle married an atheist, so, yeah, my grandpa cut him off. And then when we married my stepdad wasn't, a full-blown Jew. No. So he cut her off from there. But yeah, so in terms of family dysfunction and in terms of always being angry at each other, my mom's side of the family is the best example of it, and my aunt is a complete bitch too. Yeah, my aunt's a complete bitch to my mom and my uncle. But yeah, and also I just remembered this too, because my uncle has multiple cancers, and he is living it up as much as he can, and including, spending as much time with his family as he possibly can. And that's what this is kind of making me think of too. Are you seriously calling what you put us through a trip? Kinda, yeah. I mean, sure, we're definitely never gonna forget that, but Mom, what's with this letter? You got one too? And me, Grandma. Aww. Morning, Tsubasa, wow, what happened to you? She already slapped me. Right. Oh, well, I guess the memories of a trip aren't enough to change everything. Even so, I'm sure I'll recall that dream many times to come. Ichinose family, shut up! Tsubasa and Kakeru, stop going out when the Amazon guy's coming. Oh, and Tojimbo, Soda created an album. Aw, as well as the memories of ours. Took them long enough. Family trip. Wait, is everything okay at home? Yeah. Nothing will ever change, but even so, we'll keep on going. It's the same as always. Oh, look at Grandpa with the smile on his face. Oh! Okay. This ending is great. I love it. I love that we got down to the bottom of business and why Kozo created this dream. So Kozo created the dream, and then Kakeru recreated the dream. And it's interesting how both Kozo and Kakeru wanted the same thing. Kakeru wanted something of the same thing, like the same thing. Kakeru wanted to be a better father. He wanted another chance to be a better father. And it's interesting. Now the affair that we saw in the manga, yeah, that does make sense in hindsight. Then we have what Kozo said here with saying that he just wanted to go on a family trip to remember, and that's why he created the dream. And we've seen this before in other series where dreams could be used to take vacations. I can't remember the series off the top of my head, but let me know in the comments if you guys remember. But in terms of an ending, I think this was actually pretty good. I am not mad at it. Would I say it's as good as Takapi's Original Sin? That one had me crying. This one has me on the verge of tears, but Takapi's Original Sin's ending really had me crying. But there is something very interesting, speaking of, that we do got to point out, where it's the complete reverse. Where Takapi's Original Sin, it started off with going into multiple timeline, or Takapi going into the past and into the future. Yeah. And when he did that, they had no memories of him. And here it's kind of vice versa, where the series started off with no memories, and then when Grandpa meddled with them, actually it's kind of similar if you think about it, because when Takapi and Kozo meddled, in their respective series, they obviously created different worlds, but oh god, what's the word I'm thinking of? Oh yeah, people in the past didn't. When Takapi traveled to the past, they didn't remember. They didn't remember who he was. Here, it's different because you have them going into the dream with amnesia. Then also the reasoning being Kozo's Alzheimer's. It's very interesting in the connection to Takapi, especially because remember what happened with Takapi at the end of the series. He sacrificed himself so they would have a better life. Yeah, that's what this is really giving me. Yes. But here's the thing, though. At the end of the series, though, Takapi's Original Sins, yeah, they forgot about Takapi. But they obviously had a better future. Here, the family it's acknowledging that the family is going to be dysfunctional as fuck. That's just how it is. But they still have their memories. Well, minus Kozo. Kozo might not have all of his memories. Hell, Kozo might still be in the dream world for all we know. But in terms of a series, especially compared to Takapi's Original Sins, this one got really convoluted at some points in the series. And the thing that frustrates me about this series a little bit is that I really wanted to see more like what's the wording I'm looking for? More Morpheus and Hypnos representation going on. And yeah, this really does confirm that Kozo and I feel like Kozo would be Envy in this, right? And Kakeru would be Pride? Yeah. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think in regards to that. But there was also, I wanted to see Shiori explored a little bit more. I would have liked to get more of her character development. But in terms of like the rest of the family, like mom, dad, Soda, the grandparents, we got their characters pretty much explored. Everything made sense on why the actions were taken. But God, I really wanted more like underworld mythology represented a little bit more here, especially with Takapi's Original Sin kind of representing like the Garden of Eden, because of when he took that first piece of nut after he killed someone and had the knowledge of turning back time. Yeah, that's what that was. Here, this is the 7 deadly sins that we have here. And I would have liked we had some of it explored, but I wish it was explored a little bit more for Kozo. And oh my god. Who else do I wish? I kind of wish it was a little bit more explored for I would say Kakeru too, right? No, Kakeru got enough. Yeah, it was mainly Shiori and Kozo and Sachi. I wanted their sins to be a little bit more explored. Because you can make the argument that like Sachi was I feel like part of me feels like Kozo was sloth and Sachi was envy. But again, let me know in the comments what you guys think, because we had Tsubasa's wrath, Shiori representing, at least in the dream, representing lust, Mom representing gluttony, Dad, I feel like I feel like it's pride more than anything else. I do. Part of me wants to say Kozo was pride because he started the whole thing. But the other part of me is like, I kind of... You could make the argument Kakeru could be sloth too. But the only reason why I'm like, okay, I kind of wish Kozo was sloth is because of what it meant in terms of, mental health. That's what I'm like, yeah, it feels like Kozo could either be pride or sloth. And then Sachi... Oh, then we had greed as well. Who would be greed? Who was... Yeah, now I remember. Kakeru was greed. Yes. Then would Sachi be sloth and Kozo be pride? Or who would be... That's the one thing... Actually, Kakeru, you know what? I'm going to say this for Kakeru. He could be envy and greed. I feel like that would be more appropriate with Grandpa being pride and Sachi being sloth. That feels correct. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section on who was each sin, and what you guys think of the series. What you guys think? I stand by that this ending is really good. The only thing I'm hoping if we get a bonus chapter is it maybe explores Kozo or Sachi or Kozo a little bit more, especially in terms of the dementia, or like hell have Kozo dead and have the funeral and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind having that as an extra chapter. But God, I would have liked to see Kozo's dementia explored more. That's what I wanted. I wanted to see that explored a little bit more, because dementia is something that I think we've all had to witness a family go through. Yeah. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Ichinose or not just Ichinose family's done, more manga content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist, all that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.